Hi guys. So, hi to my replay viewers, hi to my web viewers, and hi to everybody who's coming in right now. I wanted to talk about this really quickly. It kind of was spurred this morning, and I wanted to bring it up because I think it's really important to talk about. So if you think that tolerance and acceptance of all people is an important topic, please swipe and invite, and let's get the most people in here. Hi, Bree. So I love you. Okay, hi from Turkey, Salem. It's because I was mean. All right, so no, Bree. I mean, it's more than just that. Trust me. So I want everybody to from Austria. Hey, what's going on? So as you can see, we have people from all over the country, all over the world in here, okay? So yes, if you guys think this is an important topic, please swipe and invite. Swipe right to invite on iOS devices, swipe up to invite on Android devices. Just kidding, Connecticut. Nah, you got me. And share on Twitter, okay? Please. So what I wanted to talk about, I'm not that cool. Yes, you are. Sure you are. I wanted to talk about acceptance and tolerance of all people because while I've been on Periscope, I have seen a lot of really, really positive reinforcement. I've seen a lot of support. I've got to say I've seen most support. Like most of the people are supportive. Most of the people on here are great. Most of the people want to help you. They want to be supportive of whatever it is that you do. But there are, what's going on, Moss? There are some people that are not very tolerant, and it's very difficult for me to see because, as you guys know, like I'm super real. I don't. I mean, I cry on scope. I'm very open about all of my mental, I'm going to call them disorders, for lack of a better term, so that you guys really get to know me and you get to know, what pushes me and what makes me tick. Recently, in the last probably several weeks, I've had multiple people being very intolerant to people that either A, were in my scope, like, I mean, physically in the same room as me, and that was just, I can't tolerate that. I just can't. And it was specifically about a student that did not want to go into their gender, which is completely fine. That is completely their prerogative. But they were getting harassed by one of my followers and, saying, what are you? What, this or that, guy or girl, guy or girl. And I was just like, dude, you gotta stop. Like, this is a person. That's who they are. Like, you have to just accept that. And if you don't accept that, you gotta go. So, and it's really sad because I don't want to lose followers. I don't want to see people go anywhere. I don't want to see that. But I'm like a mama bear when it comes to my friends and my students. So, if you're gonna attack my friends and students, you're not gonna be invited back to my scopes. The other thing is being tolerant of people of all ages. Okay, there's people on here that are 8 years old. There's people on here. Hey, Joey. Hi, Vicky. So I was just recapping and saying that I need people that are on my scopes to be tolerant of the people that are either physically with me in the room or that are in my casts. Not because, I can't handle the intolerance, but it's inappropriate. It's not necessary. Why? You know what I mean? Just don't do it. So what I was talking about was that I had, a student that preferred to remain genderless, and I had somebody bullying, trying to figure out what the gender was, and it was just like, let it go, dude. You gotta let it go. It's uncalled for, it's hurtful, and you don't think they struggle enough every day? They don't need to hear that. So the second thing is that I just did a cast, and someone called one of my followers obsessed and said that they, thought that this person did this and that. And it was just a lot of judgment being passed on one of my good friends and followers that I was, it made me kind of sad. I'm like, you know what? Just because somebody, and this was an invite, like I was inviting my followers to a new friend's cast, and instantly, a couple of my followers got made fun of. Now, That's not something that's going to make me want to swipe and invite. I'm not going to want to invite people to your scope I know, Bree, that you're in here. I'm not talking solely to you. I promise you. This is something that's been going on for a very long time. It just triggered it this morning because I'm like, you know what? It's time. I got to have this talk. So, somebody, was calling one of my good friends and followers, just some inappropriate names. Yeah, and it's not, you never know who you're talking to. You could be talking to a very, very sensitive soul, and just by saying something like that, you can really hurt their feelings. And I don't think people realize what, the interaction is here. I mean, it's real. It's like I'm talking to you guys as though you're sitting right here in this room with me. So that was really difficult to hear. And then on top of that, I have people in my cast of all ages. Like I said, I have people that are, 5 years old, 8 years old, and then I have people in my cast that are in their 80s, 70s, 90s, whatever. And it's like we have to be tolerant of everybody because this Periscope is not just for people in their 20s and 30s. Like, this is not just like some hip app that, this is for everybody. So get those people blocked and off scope. So, I really want to stress that when you're in my cast, I could have students in here that are 8 years old. So if you guys start saying things, showing intolerance, showing things, so true, the anonymity of the internet causes people to forget they're talking to real people. So true, exactly. Preach. So it's like, you think it's harmless like any other app, like, you're just talking like they're not going to hear you. They hear you, and they're right here, and they can comment, and they're part of your conversation. So they're going to get sad, and they're going to get their feelings hurt. So that was really tough for me to hear. And so one of my older followers, I'm not saying older in a bad way, I just mean, not in his 20s, got called a really mean name because he was old. I don't mean to be saying old, but I'm sorry, but like because, he was, I don't know, in his 50s, 60s, naturally, if you're in your 50s and 60s, you have to be a pervert to be on Periscope. That's not true. Don't assume things about people unless they give you a reason to. Did he say something perverted to you? If not, let him be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he's a good guy. So it's very difficult for me to see this happen. I'll never understand the need for people to degrade people for existing. Props to people who are on here in their 60s, right? I mean, if you're in your 60s and you're on Periscope, that's freaking awesome. You are staying up on the times. You're staying up to date. You're going to get so much information. You're going to watch people that are going to astound you. You're going to see talent. You're going to see businesses. I mean, it's just like, it's so true. So my point is that I really, really want to stress that, not just in my scopes, like take this philosophy and sharing all that wisdom. Yes, I mean, they have a lot of wisdom to share, and they do. They scope themselves, and you can see they're real people. They're not just people to be called names or anything like that. So I didn't mean to make this a harsh scope against anybody specifically, but people used to use hammering like this, I guess. Yeah, and I mean, I just want people to be tolerant. I mean, I want everyone to be tolerant everywhere, in everyone's scopes, all over social media. I know that that's not going to happen. People are going to be, people hide behind their computer and they troll away and they do their thing. But if you're scoping, if you're somebody that is being watched by multiple, you have no idea who's watching you. You want to show acceptance and tolerance. You don't want to show that you're the kind of person that just shuts everybody off who's not exactly who you are and exactly your age and exactly, believes in exactly what you do. I have been trolled. I've even been trolled. Yes, everybody's been trolled. Everybody's been trolled. So it's just, I just want everybody to know, I know that I can't make all of the bad go away in social media, but when you're in my cast, I want people to feel safe. I want people to know that they can talk about whatever they want to talk about, no boundaries as long as it's respectful, and, that they're going to get love and support and nothing bad is going to happen. Nothing to cause anxiety or, to trigger anything that could make you feel bad. So that's something that Thank you so much, Carrie. I love you for this. I really just needed to get this out there. So, I don't know, Chaz, if you just joined or if you've seen the whole thing. Please watch the whole replay if you did just join, because this is what triggered, why I'm doing this. So, like I said, there are going to be people on here that are extremely young. So if you start saying offensive things, let's just say you say, you know who's awesome? I don't. Who? Vicky is the person who is awesome. This is true. As a black gay guy, definitely had my fair share of intolerance in here, so I love this message. Yes, 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 exactly. There are going to be people in your scopes of all different sexualities, genders, ages, ethnicities, religions. I mean, it's unbelievable. Everyone is coming together on scope, okay? Everyone. So if you're broadcasting, you're putting yourself in the spotlight. You're making yourself a role model, okay? What kind of role model do you want to be? Do you want to be the person that judges everybody, that tears down people, that makes people feel bad because of their age, because of their race, because of their religion, because of their, no. Who wants to be known as that person? So I'm just trying to preach tolerance, if not in your casts, at least in mine. When you come into my cast, be respectful, be tolerant, be accepting, and of everybody, because these people are my followers, my friends, my family, okay? Yes, let's all take a second and just party for a second I just almost called you Andrew because I saw Andrew, that Alex got a ticket to go to the summit, okay? So everyone throw up some hands or some clapping or some crazy balloons or, I don't know, something exciting because my good friend Alex is coming to the summit. He got his ticket yesterday. Yeah, see, there he is, and I'm really excited to have him there. So let's all just kind of like, woo! You can just throw up a woo! I'm still on a high. That's awesome. I'm so excited. There we go. Yeah, we got some claps. Real good news. See, look at this. See, this is a supportive group. What's the summit? I'm so behind. Joey, the summit is, I'll get to that at the end of this. I'm almost done, and then I'll tell you what it is. Remind me, though, if I forget what I was going to tell you. So, last but not least, like I said, if I'm inviting you to another scope, you have to be tolerant, if you're the person that I'm inviting people to. So like, for example, okay, I should get back to my run. Adios. Okay. Bye, Alex. So, if I'm sharing and swiping and inviting and bringing people to your scope, I'm trusting that you're going to treat them well. I'm trusting that you're going to treat my parafam the same way I treat them. And if I swipe and invite and they go into your cast and they get offended and they get hurt, they're not going to want to come back. They're not going to want to follow you. And the whole system is just, it's all about positivity. And then you're making me look like a jerk too, because I was the one that invited them there. And that's not even what I'm worried about, is looking like a jerk. But I'm just saying, I want everybody to know that I preach tolerance of everyone, okay? And that did someone screw up? We're not going to name names here, but it's just about, it's happened too many times at this point, and I needed to just stop and say something. So, so that being said, preach tolerance. Doesn't matter what your sexuality is. It doesn't matter what your gender is. It doesn't matter if you don't know what your sexuality or your gender is. It doesn't matter if you're older, if you're younger, if you're, from across the country and you believe that there's a spaghetti monster that lives in the sky and takes over. I don't care. I don't care what you believe. They're your beliefs, and that's fantastic, and everyone should support you, okay? And that needs to happen in my scopes, or else that defeats the purpose. You know what I mean? Practice compassion for all. All right. And I'm not saying there's a spaghetti monster that lives in the sky that, I'm just saying, who is it? Get the bottom up ready. I'm just saying that whatever your beliefs are, it doesn't matter if people understand. You just got to be compassionate towards it, So that being said, the New York Scope Summit is, it's next week, okay? So I'm literally leaving in 6 days. We are all on a journey and make mistakes. Absolutely. And I'm not saying that these people can't come back and, make them, they can apologize and say, oh, I didn't mean to do that, like I never meant, they don't realize that they're hurting somebody, but I'm trying to, raise awareness that you are hurting people. I could be behind, I could get behind a spaghetti monster in the sky. I love it. So about Scope Week, it's taking place next week. Hi, it's going on, Zebra. Where are you from? I am originally from the East Coast, from Massachusetts, and I moved out to California a little over 3 years ago. So the Scope Summit is in New York. It's literally a week from today that it starts. It's going to be a convention for all of the biggest scopers, for all of the biggest people that have to do with Twitter, Periscope. Periscout's going to be there. Oh, I'm in Cali too. What part? I am like a half hour north of LA. So it's going to be amazing. Like, it's just going to have everybody all together. Like, David Palanko's going to be there. Jason Stolken's going to be there. Minnie Jen's going to be there. Alex Kahn, Alex Pettit, Brie Olson, like everybody. And then also my best buddy, Vicky Natali, is going to be there performing. Jessica Louise is performing. Season and Snare are headlining. I'm going to be performing on Thursday. I'm going to be speaking as a panelist on Wednesday. And then the concert I was just telling you about is on Tuesday. It's going to be really, really fun, and everyone's going to scope it. It's going to be super amazing. It's the very first one that Periscope is doing, so don't feel left out if you're not there for the very first one. They are doing another one in January, so that one's going to be in San Francisco, and it's going to be really, really, really cool. So, at this point, sounds too cool. It's really going to be cool. Dina, yes, I'm sorry, I forgot. Dina is also going to be performing as well. Ron Wax, I'm going to be there. I'm definitely going to the second one. My friend is going to be there. Sweet. It's going to be bananas. So I'm literally, get it guys? Because get pet. Okay. So, so I got some headshots ready. So I'll show them to you guys since you guys are here. So I'm going to cut them and stuff. But yeah, so I got headshots, and I got super big ones in case you want my face really big. And then I got the little ones in case you want my face really small. And this is kind of the picture that everybody knows me by, since it's like my picture everywhere, so I figured that would be. And then I kind of want to get some like goofy ones maybe or something done. I don't know. So it's going to be really cool. We're doing, as a viewer, we're in for a treat next week. Oh yeah. Let me tell you, everyone is going to be scoping. It's going to be so much fun. Vicky, Natalia, and I are going to be opening Bob's all over the city. We have a meet and greet planned, so it's going to be me, Season and Snare, Ike Fontaine, and his brother Luke. So I said Vicky Natali, Josh Greenbaum. It's going to be really fun. So we have like a meet and greet that we have Alex, Synthesis ML. So we're going to have everybody get together and do a meet and greet. Yay! Coop is here! So Coop, you're just kind of catching the end of this, but if you want to watch the replay and hear me talk about tolerance, go right ahead. I would love to have you do that. Periscope is the most interesting thing in years. It really is. It's breaking all of the rules of social media, because it allows for interaction. It's not like Facebook, it's not like Instagram, it's not like Twitter. If you're trying to get known and to get recognition on those sites, good luck. As my good friend Alex Kahn says, good luck, my friend, because it's just impossible. This allows for a social interaction where you can actually really meet and interact with your fan base and your friends, and it's just, it doesn't happen anywhere else. So it's just such a special platform, and it means so much to me. And you guys know I'm a huge scoper, and that's why the Periscope Summit is so exciting. I was like so honored to be invited to not only perform, but to speak and represent them as well. And it is a game changer, absolutely. And that's why I wanted to get on and just preach a little bit about acceptance, because I feel like it's very important on here to keep Periscope going. So, anyways, that being said, we have to protect the children on here. Absolutely. I have so many of my students on here, guys, that are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And yes, I know, I hope they can do a Canada one. I know, that'd be amazing. Depending on where you're located, if you're over to the west coast, if maybe the San Fran one could be like within not too far of a distance from you. Did you see Amanda Oleander get signed to a talent agency? I did not see that. I have not seen that yet, but I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I mean, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, you never know who, I mean, I know she's very, very big on here, but you never know who's going to be watching, and you never know what could happen. I mean, I've had so many amazing opportunities come out of being on Periscope. I got to be on, She's the First. Okay. I've got to be on, Pass the Talent. I got to be on Scope's Got Talent. I got to be on Scope Stars when they renamed it. I got to be on Pass the Talent again. I've been scouted by Periscout. I became a Periscout where I'm looking for talent now. I got invited to the New York Scope Summit. I'm performing. I'm speaking. I mean, that alone is just on Periscope, and it's just incredible. So anyways, that being said, I'm going to go and do my vocal warm-ups for the day, and I'm going to get ready to teach and do my thing. I just had to hop on here, and I had to do this because I wanted to make sure that everybody understood. I've just been sitting in my corner. Well done. Awesome. I love it. What a year for you. Thank you. Yeah, and it hasn't even been a year. I started in June. So it's just, yeah, it's been crazy. So anyways, I wanted to thank you guys for being here, for the hearts, for the support. It lets me know that, what I'm saying does connect with you. We're just starting, people. Exactly. This is a baby. This is a little baby, tiny Periscope. Little baby, do you want to see the baby? Look at how cute it is. Look at how cute it is, little baby. And then it's going to grow and grow and grow into this amazingly humongous thing, and we're all the pioneers. We're all the people that have been scoping since the beginning, and it's going to be fantastic. Even shorter than a whirlwind journey. Yes, so one more. I'll be looking out for your broadcast. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm scoping in a few. I would love to have you there. Very cool. Let me see. Am I following you? There we go, Ace. I followed you. Sure. Okay, I'll be there. So, thank you guys. I love you. Mwah. Infinitely. I love you forever and ever and ever. All ages, hours, I mean. Question mark? Question mark? What? So yes, I followed you. I'll watch your scope, and thank you guys for being here. You feel the community. Autocorrect, no worries. Yeah, no, there's such a sense of community here, and there are so many communities that you can get into on Periscope, and so I'm kind of few hours. Gotcha. Olga has been taking a break because Olga really hurts my voice. So since my voice has been kind of rough and I've had a sinus infection, etc. Still getting over a cold. I haven't been able to do Olga, but she's going to be in New York, I promise. So, again, thank you guys for being here. I love you all. Mwah. I will see you guys very soon, and Scope Week's in a week, so get ready for that. All right.